Simulation games have made quite a rebound as of late. It's a Wipe takes your typical Final Fantasy game and removes the story. Instead, they implement a short-sighted guild management system. There are 10 to 14 guilds on your server, all competing to be the top guild. Each guild raids dungeons and kills bosses, however, with every single wipe, you lose progress. The game operates like you are the guild leader of a guild. You have to recruit appropriate characters, distribute loot, and deal with the drama that follows. Every single raider has their own interests and demands. Some of them want to raid a lot. Some of them only want to raid casually. Some like to be talked with. Some love loot. Some don't care about loot. And then there are those who don't obey your raid leading orders. There is a limited pool of recruits in the game, and as you gear up your own members, it becomes a challenge to hold on to them so that you can continue to progress. Each boss is based off a WoW boss and requires some sort of strategy to beat. At first, it's just a tank and spank, but then soon things get timed and maybe there are extra mobs that will show up. The game is $5. It's actually worth quite a bit more than $5. But I can't help but feel this game could be even better. It feels as though the game is a little bit shallow in regards to simulating a raiding guild. Most raiding guilds, for example, have a DKP, EPGP, or Lotto loot-based system. Why can't you design something like that in-game? Why do you have to personally hand people gear and deal with preferential treatments? Another problem is that raid reset every single day. No raid in any game resets daily. They reset weekly. Why was this done? Allowing for one weekly reset would be more realistic and also allow for more possible progression paths. It means also that you will be able to swap weaker characters in for easier bosses to gear up and better ones in for harder bosses to progress, like how an actual guild runs. Also, another thought, the turns that happen in between the boss fights should represent an actual time frame in which you only have so much time per night to do the raids. This means that as you gear up, you can also get to more bosses, which once again does beef up the actual progression path of the game. Another real element of the game is web forums and MMO news websites. This game should have those. When you go to complain, you go to the WoW website and there's millions of people complaining there. Then, if something actually gets responded to, or there's some sort of drama, it shows up on a website like MMO Champion. Adding website element also makes the guild leaderboards make a lot more sense. Also, where are the nerfs and buffs? There should be some developer making random nerfs and buffs to various classes and more random events like that to mess with your OP raid composition. I saw a character go link dead once. It would have been really cool if these sort of random events were actually linked to specific characters. Having to dump a character because their connection is terrible is actually a real thing. The game isn't bad. It's actually quite good. But the game also feels like it could have so much more going for it to make it feel like being an actual guild master. I look forward to DLC and expansions for this game. I think it's great, but I do feel like a lot more work can be done on this game to make it even better.
Thank you.